guys, it's me Kenji again, and the other day I got a message from a girl asking me about my experience taking math at UCF. I had so much to write to her that I was like, I just gotta make a video because I have so much to say about this. So the three things that I'm going to talk about when it comes to math at UCF are the classrooms, the online portions, and the math lab. So let me first talk about the classroom. First day of class, I remember walking into my college algebra class. I was early, I sat right in the front. I sat in the center, so it was perfect angling, it was everything. And then all of a sudden my professor comes through the double doors and he turns on this projector which shows our assigned sections. Yes, I said assigned sections. I was like, are you serious? Is this middle school? Is this high school? Like, why do we have assigned sections? It was, and of course, with my luck, I got the section that is at the very back of the whole freaking classroom. It was horrible because just think, because college algebra is one of the lower courses and a lot of people take it, you're gonna have at least 200, maybe 300, even 400 students there. So sitting in the back of the class, I didn't like it at all. On top of that, we all had to have an iClicker. You just type in your answer and then the professor gets to see how many people got it right or wrong. But the thing with my professor is, your iClicker counted as your participation grade, which is 5% of your grade. So even if you came to class and you answered the question, if you got the question wrong, he would deduct participation points, which sucked. It was annoying and I really had to know what I was talking about, or like look at everybody around and be like, hey, do you know the answer? Do you know the answer? Please, somebody! I would yell. Like, I did not play when it came to participation points. We had this thing where we all had to, the sections had to work together to solve a problem to get participation points. So I got this group where I would say at the beginning they knew what they were talking about, but midway through the semester when it got more difficult and like you couldn't rely on prior knowledge, they were just like, I don't know, could you answer the problem? And luckily I did know the answer, so we ended up getting the points. Second portion, Math Labs Plus, which is the online portion. You have to get an access code, which by the way, if you do take math at UCF and you are presented with the opportunity to either just buy the access code or buy the book and access code, just buy the access code. You're never going to use the book. It's not, no, just don't buy the book. It's way too expensive. Just don't buy the book. So yeah, I bought the access code, and that's on My Labs Plus. That's where you do all of your homework, you do all of your tests there, you do all of your quizzes there. What I found to be really annoying about My Labs Plus was that you could have the right answer, but because it was the software, they would like it in a specific way. It was really annoying. Like, you could have the correct answer, but because it wasn't formatted in the way that they wanted you to, then you get it wrong, which would suck when you tried doing your quizzes. That's when it got really annoying, when you took those quizzes that really counted for something. Doing math, doing the homework was really tedious. I cried my first week because it was just so much. And then I told one of my friends, I was like, hey, I had to do 100 problems in a week. And this other person was like, dude, I had to do 180. Chill out. Like, so it was one of those things. A lot of math students really confided in each other when it came to talking about how much their math homework sucked. Other than that, your quizzes, you get like 7 attempts to do it, and you can take your quizzes wherever you please. So by all means, have notes, open book, get the best grade you can, huddle up with your friends. I mean, I didn't do that, but I just had, I had open book. I totally had notes around me when I took my quizzes. Like, sometimes what was really annoying is that the system would crash and it would prohibit anyone from really going on there and doing their homework, which really sucked for procrastinators who had like a day left to do their homework and then the system would let them in. Thank goodness I was not a procrastinator. And the third thing, Math Lab. I don't want to go back there, but I'm gonna have to in order to take trigonometry. Every math student has to go to the math lab for 3 hours every single week. You get points for it. It's like 7% of your grade, which is very important. Like I said, every point counts. You have to bring your card there. If you don't bring your card to the building, you're not going to be able to go in there. And basically you do your homework, you take your quizzes in there, you go online on the computer to do your work basically. And what's annoying about this place is that if you don't have your ID, they won't swipe you in, you won't be able to get your hours. It smells for some reason like poop. I don't know why. I don't know if it's me. If you are a UCF student and you go to the math lab, please tell me if I'm wrong and it doesn't smell like poop, because for me it smells like poop. But I go in there, it smells weird, and then it's very quiet because you can't bring any of your electronics in there. So if you are caught with your electronics, you are gonna get really bothered by everyone who works there. It's very annoying. Also, you can only bring a TI-30XA calculator, which is very annoying. Also, if you think you could just sneak in your calculator, you are mistaken, because there are people walking around there on the computers like all the time, and they will hound you about not having the right calculator. Yeah, that's math lab. So I survived. I didn't procrastinate. I just was really on top of all of my hours and all of my homework and my quizzes. And I think if you're able to do that and get over the fact that math at UCF is quite tedious, then I think you can do just fine. If you don't want to deal with any of this stuff, then just go over to Valencia. It's kind of down the street. And yeah, that was about it. So thanks guys for listening about my experience taking a math course at UCF. Wish me luck, because I am going to be taking trigonometry for spring 2015. And yeah, that was about it. Bye guys.